Yeah, I can't tell if people are RPing in this town or people are actually questing. Right, let me get out of bear form just so I can talk to you, sir. Don't let my appearance alarm you. I'm actually human. Well, not really human. I'm a giant cow person, but, you know, close as you can get.
Yo! Be good!
Blood and thunder! Time is money, friend!
Raptor horns.
Time is money, friend.
Work complete.
Samaflange. I don't think I actually need this book, right? Yeah, just throw it away. Good.
Are you throwing away a book? Why don't you sell it?
Can't sell quest items, unfortunately.
How are they gonna know?
Sure could use your help, kid.
They somehow know. I mean, you know, this quest written all over it. They're like, nah, I'm not gonna take this.
I mean, honestly, if you're trying to make money, right, that'd be the best way to do it. If someone sell a quest item, right, and if someone else needs it for that quest, well, I mean, they need to pay it through the nose.
There are some quests where you can sell the items, like it's not explicitly labeled. So, like, you technically can.
Yo! Keep it real!
Man. Now that I'm only level 13 for this, I wonder how rough it's gonna be. Oy vey. I might have to just grind. Gosh. Druid really is awful. They told me it would be this way, but I didn't listen.
How may I help?
Just picking this up now. I'm not gonna do it anytime soon. Oh, that person's probably doing a quest of some kind. Maybe. I don't know why he chose to swim.
Every arbor.
Who's actually here? People probably just hang out in the Barrens RP.
Somewhere in the Argos Rogue cluster. Okay.
Argos bow, more like Argos bro.
Oh, man. There it is.
Ow. Come on, man. Come on, Homer, quit eating me. Oh shit. Oh, it's a cannoneer. Damn it. I realized earlier. Man, these dudes are hard. Like a little too hard. Just awful. Shoot. Oh man, come on. Fucking clowns, I need these mobs. Like, really? Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, this is such garbage. Like, fuck off.
What's on now? I'm stealing your stuff?
No, it's like, you know, I was accidentally pulled this mob and he's gonna kill me. I'm like way too low level to fight him because I'm not like level 14. I don't know what I should be doing instead of this, because on certain classes you can do this shit no problem, but on this class, like, you can't. And the stupid dude I was fighting decided to run into a bunch of other enemies, and it was just a big to-do and quite annoying. I mean, there's raptors that I could be killing. Like, this is rough. I don't like this class before level 20. Not only is it boring, it can't do anything either. At least there are some classes that are boring, but at least they do damage. And I don't have a stupid macro to shift out of form to use my abilities because this stupid clunky old ass design required you to not be a bear first to use other shit, which makes sense. But at least take me out of bear form automatically.
You're playing WoW Classic, aren't you?
Mm-hmm. It definitely shows its age in some places. Bear claw. Nature's grasp. All the mobs are dead. quite annoying. So I'm gonna have to be careful because Baron Longshore is over there, and he could kill me.
Hold.
This is going to be a tricky fight. I cannot get close to him at all.
Oh, that's so nice. I didn't realize that. You remember the Mako, right?
Yes.
You remember how its shielding worked?
Well, in what way? I know that they would, like, you'd have to spend gel to repair it.
Well, that's before the shield. That's after the shields go down. But the shields themselves took forever to fully recharge.
Oh, yeah.
Like, a long time, right? Now they have a bit of a lengthy, like, before they start recharging. It's not that long, actually. It's like maybe like 15 seconds. And then it just fills all the way back up, and it's all full, and like really quickly, you know? It's
Yeah,
very nice.
definitely sounds like a nice improvement.
Alright, close to Rhino. Yeah, I am. Another one? No? Ah, there's another one. Okay. Right, close to the wrong system. Got it.
Is, like, universe exploration still a big part of the other games, or is that like a first one sort of thing?
Primarily the first one. The second one kind of had it, but it wasn't as big, right? Because the way it worked is you'd probe a planet, all right, and if there was a mission on it, you would just land in the mission zone, and then you do the mission, you're done, right? There wasn't the whole land on the planet, then drive around to the location kind of thing. 3 kept that same sort of mechanic, but they added more things you can do off planets, I suppose. Because about the only things you got from scanning other ones was materials which you needed for upgrades into. 3 didn't have that. 3 had like side quests that you'd scan a planet, find what you need, and then return with it, you know, kind of thing. But you also had to worry about Reapers, because every time you scanned planet, it would raise the Reaper awareness, and then when it's full, they come to that system and chase you around.
That sounds creepy.
A little bit. So pretty much you would have to leave and go do something else, and then come back for the alertness to drop down. So you kind of got to be picky about how you're scanning things.
The Reaper? Wait, no, were the Reapers the ancient race that disappeared after the Geth made the Geth were made by those people? Or what were the Reapers? The race that's
Reapers
coming?
were sentient machines that came through every 50,000 years and wiped out any advanced civilizations.
Oh, okay.
Then they go outside the galaxy in the dark space and wait there for another 50,000 years and come back and...
So pretty much it's all the what's her name's fault? Is her name like Talia or something? I forget what her name is. Tali?
No, it's not her fault.
What's her race's fault?
Her,
Right?
her people were responsible for the Geth, not the Reapers.
Well, that's pretty highly technological. I'm sure the Reapers are gonna be interested in those.
Actually, they're not. They see the Geth as below them, so they don't care about them at all.
Well, aren't they snooty?
Yep. Well, I mean, the Reapers are. They're not fully synthetic, right? They're like a synthetic organic hybrid, but I'm talking like down to the molecular level. So that's part of the reason why they don't see themselves as equal to the Geth. Yeah, and in the second game, you actually get a Geth companion.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, you find out from him that the Geth had a division among them. There were those that felt that the Reapers would give them a future, right? You know, with advancing them and upgrades if they worked for them. And then the other ones, the other half, wanted to forge their own future. So.
And they were only smart if they were like all together, right? They had like a hive mentality.
Yeah.
And the first one, I know that's how it was.
Yeah, it was mostly that if two Geth were made for farming, right? And they combined their brain power, one could still farm while the other one could do something else at that point. Basically, what happens, and you keep adding more and more. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's a pretty cool character though. Gives you a lot of insight into the Geth.
And it's intelligent enough to like talk and not have to like be around the other ones.
Yeah, it has a platform on its back that keeps it connected to the Geth server network. And it actually has vocal modulators to communicate with you.
Interesting.
Granted, its speech is a little bit odd, right? Like instead of referring to you as Commander Shepard, it would respond to you as Shepard Commander, for example. And then it uses the term "we" because it's basically a bunch of programs put together. As I said, it's an interesting character. Plus, it makes an interesting dynamic between Tali and them two. Though, if you really wanted to really shake things up, right? For Tali's loyalty mission in the second game,
Yeah.
you have to go back to the fleet with her, do her mission, right? And if you wait long enough to when you get the Geth, you can bring the Geth along, and you get really interesting dynamics going on.
I'll have to try it out. I'll have to finish the first game at some point. I'll work her back around to it.
Yeah. Yeah, the series as a whole, as I feel, is still definitely worth playing, though. At least once, you know.
Yeah, I'll definitely give it a it's on my to-do list.
I wonder if they're gonna get enough interest and response for adding the multiplayer back. That's something they didn't add with the Legendary Edition.
Did all of the games have multiplayer or just
Only the third one. Only the third one.
Okay.
But it was pretty fun. It was really good. Objective wave. I guess basically you want to call it horde mode. Would be a good example, you know.
Yeah.
Minus the whole building up defenses. Pretty much, you're on your own, you know, right? You gotta fight through the wave, you know, and you go through several waves, and then you extract out of the point. But it was neat because it lets you play as different classes and races. So. And there's nothing like playing as a Geth Juggernaut. It's super fun. It's twice as tall as every other character. You can't run or take cover, but you have a crazy amount of tanking potential.
Complete.
Oh, thank God.
Work complete.
And thankfully, it was before the EA got kind of annoying with their multiplayer stuff they add on. Case in point with Inquisition's multiplayer. If you ever played that one.
No, I never played the single player.
Okay. Like it wasn't too bad getting loot chests right from the multiplayer.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, you play the multiplayer, you get credits, and you buy chests with the credits, right? You just have to save up a little bit. Not too bad, but the problem is though, if you want a new character, right, or a new class, you had to get materials, deconstruct those materials down into raw ingredients, you know, like specific like leather or metal or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then you needed to have certain amounts of each one in order to craft the armor set for that class to unlock that class. But it was kind of annoying when you needed 20 or so ingredients times 4.
Right.
Yeah.
So the multiplayer was like the same then? Like it was just a battle defense or like a horde thing?
Not quite. You're going through levels, you know, from start all the way through to the end
Mm-hmm.
with checkpoints in between. And then the end consisted of kind of like a boss fight. You know, you got the boss and whatever minions they have. And then you leave. That's pretty much it. It wasn't bad. It's just getting new characters was a pain and a half. Hello there, Miguel.
I see. Said the bind
What'd you eat for
What's
dinner?
been going on?
leftovers.
Had Long
Kinda
John
leftovers.
Silver's.
I don't have any of those close by here anymore.
Not since they moved in.
You mean
Well,
like
the last one burned down sometime in 2020.
Man, that's hardcore.
that recent?
No. It's been a while. They just haven't rebuilt it. Like there was one.
Well, you know, an interesting thing about that is in 2019. 2019, is that right? No, actually, it was early 2020. You know the Church's Chicken that used to be right off of Main? I don't know if you know where that one's at or not.
Oh, well, I know
that
what you're
one-
talking about.
Yeah, that one had a fire in the kitchen at 4 in the morning. For some reason.
Nobody was... Oh, well, I mean, that we know of, nobody was there.
Yeah. So they closed it down, you know, right? They boarded up all the windows, took everything out, you know, right? And then they didn't do anything with the lot. And then I drove by there recently, within the last week, right? And they were tearing down the entire building, but they were going to rebuild them their churches.
That's what they said they were gonna do the Dairy Queen on University, and they never did.
Yeah.
Which is a real shame. Well, I mean, not really, because the only Dairy Queen is next to my house, so it doesn't bother me too much. But I bet it bothers everybody else.
But I guess the only Long John Silver's there was one next to on the west side, next to like Franklin High School, close to where I live. But it was a combination. It was a Taco Bell, Long John Silver's, and I guess they just kind of phased out the Long John Silver's because it wasn't making enough money. And
Taco
so
Bell took over.
yeah, I guess it was just more feasible. And so like the only close one from there was all the way across over Trans Mountain, and that's the one that burned down.
Yeah, that's hella far.
Yeah, and so the only closest one, like we had it once during Lent, it was all the way on Montana, and trying to go to Long John Silver's during Lent is like, you know, you have to plan ahead, and so to go that far just to get fish was like super annoying. So it's like if we were one Long John Silver's game, we either make the trek to Montana, and fight the traffic, we go all the way to Las Cruces, you just straight shot. By the time you get back, the food's gonna be cold.
You could eat at the Long John Silver.
I mean, you can, but like you should get it for dinner.
Well, I mean, if you want it fresh, I'm just making that argument. You know, freshness comes at a price. Oh, my shoulders.
No.
No, I
There we
don't.
go. We have a Long John Silver's here.
Yeah, I know. That's why I said. That's why I said, Caleb. You right?
Yeah. So you could have come over here.
No, but I said yeah, you can get it for dinner for the family. I'm not gonna go over there. It's gonna take long to get over there. If I go over there, Like Matt said, like you eat over here. I'm like, no, I have to take it home. By the time it gets back, it's gonna be cold anyways. So I'm damned if I do that and if I don't. Anyway, I go about it, it's gonna be cold. Unless I get one of those, you know, Domino's hot packs that you just like stick it in and keeps everything hot.
I mean, you could just turn the heater up in your car in the summer.
Stupid.
That's a stupid hat.
I'm not gonna turn the heater on my car. I just got the air conditioner fixed.
No, what was wrong with it?
Not fixed, but like the coolant wasn't like
Wasn't cooling enough.
yeah, like when I took it in to get an inspection in February, like to get my sticker, it's like your coolant is probably no good no more. It's gonna run you about $75 to, you know, do the whole procedure, like to the whole job. And I was like, okay. So like I was waiting for the stimulus check. Finally got it, and then like I was just like lazy because I went like 2 mornings and they were like super busy. So I was like, ah. And then my parents were like, oh, why don't you just take it to Brake Master? Because it's like right here, and they have like seven garages, and they're never busy. Well, I found out why they're never busy. Cause I went in just like walking. I'm like, how much is it for, you know, to fix the air, the coolant for the air conditioning? It's blowing hot air. I just need to blow cold. And it's like, the guy was like trying to call me. He's like, oh, we do this, a service. It's gonna run you about $150. I went, oof. No, thank you. I'll come back later. He never looked back. I was like, $150.
Why don't you just
like,
check it out how to do it on YouTube and save yourself the cash? If you just need to
Yeah,
put
man.
coolant in it, then that's not.
I already fixed it.
Oh. Well, who did it? You did?
The other guys, like my dad suggested we just leave the car there overnight, and they actually did it. Like they just like it was like it's like an easier procedure, but the mechanic side guy, you know, my mechanic, he's they're good guys. That's why they're super busy. They do stuff a lot cheaper. So yeah, so that's why, you know.
Well, how much did they
Seventy-
charge you to put coolant in here? $70?
$75. Yeah.
I don't know. Like, it sounds like
It's-
it'd be way cheaper if you just did it yourself.
Well, why don't you do it yourself and tell me how it goes?
To put coolant? Sure. You're gonna give me $70? I'll do it.
You're telling me to do it in your own car and tell me how much it costs, and then next time I'll take it to you.
Okay. $65. I'm still cheaper than them.
It's not worth the gas. All the Las Cruises for $10 cheaper.
Well, I mean, how bad is your car on gas?
It's not, but it's still the time and the heat and the exhaustion to drive to and from back. Leave the
I
car.
mean,
to
you
get
could
service.
just move down here.
Who's got the money?
I thought you were an insurance salesman superstar.
I'm not a superstar. Just straight
Star with
life.
cheese.
Oh, I wish
Those
I
are
could
good.
have hamburgers. I'm on a diet.
Yeah.
Yeah, been on a diet for a whole
Once you
week
get the
starting
Beyond
tomorrow.
Burgers, and
Well, no, it's not about the meat. It's about the carbs. Carbs are what are bad for me as a diabito. Oh, for heaven's sake, this class is such garbo. Ow! I've had it up to here with this class.
why do it?
Because I like what they become. Oh, hey, thanks for that, friend.
I can't cast.
How nice of you to show up and give me some health. It's because they take forever to kill things. I'm not super tanky. I'm not as tanky as I thought I would be. These enemies suck because they stun you. It's just awful. See, I thought I would like it, but I'm wrong. I was wrong. But I'm already this deep in the hole. Just 7 more levels and it actually gets good.
Yeah, but how long does it take to level? 7 hours?
I mean, it's taking me 5 hours to get level 13. But you might not be too far off with how slow this shit is.
He is playing the old version.
It's a wet noodle fight, like I told. Well, some people's noodles are less wet than this one. This one is like hardcore, fucking been left in the pool for like 24 hours, like way over saturated with water. Just awful. Hell, I can level on a priest faster because priests do way more damage than this.
They do damage to heathens. They got God on their side.
Well, it's called the
Thank
Holy
God
Light
I'm
in
not.
this game. But it's pretty much the same thing. They're intergalactic beings that are fighting the cosmic war against the shadows. And they don't give a shit who follows them. They'll give power to anybody as long as they're loyal.
Holy lights. When you use your beam on that, how come in here? I'm wearing sunscreen, asshole. Your holy light can't do shit.
Yeah.
Yes. SPS.
Well, there's no
75.
nobody can resist light damage. I mean, holy magic.
They never tried sunscreen.
Well, it doesn't work. There's no sunscreen in this universe. They haven't invented it yet.
Somebody can make a fortune. Sell it all to the horn. They're like, hey, hey.
Ooh.
Our light magic's not working. Why isn't it working? It's a zombie. It's a vampire.
Yeah, it would be cool if there was that little detail that you do extra damage to undead. But only paladins can do that. Priests can't. It's unfortunate.
Can't turn undead.
Paladins can, but priests can't.
Why can't a priest?
Because it's not Dungeon and Dragon rules. Like, classes in this game have more specific, like, what you're supposed to do. And priests, they're supposed to heal. In the expansion that's
You said
coming
they
up,
do more
well,
damage.
they do damage. They do. I mean, compared to a druid, which is what I'm playing right now, I could level as holy and do more damage than this. Like, I'm not even joking, because there's actual talents to support you doing more damage as a holy priest. But, you know, once you're level 40, you switch over to being a shadow priest because you do more damage. But no, druid, from my playing and playtesting, it's just awful until you can turn into a kitty cat. Once I can do that, I'll be set for life. Maybe not set.
Hey, that
but-
turn into a cat girl.